What is the best possible outcome of a life that one could hope for? What should we strive to create for ourselves?
The best and the one single worthwhile, truly worthwhile thing is to encounter, to realize, to discover transcendence in your life, so that you're no longer trapped in that narrow, personalized, form-identified, thought-identified sense of self. And if there's nothing to you but that the person, then life is a very frustrating business. And this is what the Buddha referred to when he used the term suffering, and said, whatever you do, wherever you go, you will encounter that. But he also pointed the way beyond. So there is the possibility of realizing your formless, true nature. And that begins with a gap between two thoughts. It begins this moment when your attention moves fully into this moment. Not just awareness of sense perceptions, but also, and this sounds a little strange, but it's key, awareness of awareness. So if you can be aware at this moment, not only of that which arises in your immediate sense experience or thoughts or emotional field, but if you can be aware, in language we always, of course, language always creates duality, so you have to make allowances for that. If you can be aware right now, it can only be realized now. If you can be aware that you are aware right now, in addition to things that you perceive, there is a space of awareness. That is what makes life worthwhile. And then when that arises and then becomes a living realization in you, that is really the one thing, as Jesus said, there's only one thing that truly matters. And then you have chosen that one thing. That's the Mary and Martha story in the Gospels, where Jesus said to Mary, you have chosen the one thing that really matters. Whereas Martha was running around, I have to think about this, do this, get this ready. There's one thing that truly matters. And then the rest of your life, what form it takes, is secondary. It will unfold beautifully. With, of course, comes nothing is permanent, and you won't need to cling to things anymore and be afraid that they leave you. And, very important, you won't have expectations that the world is going to make you happy. And this is a very fundamental thing that it's an error in their mind. They believe that the world somehow has the ability, if they could only engineer things in such a way that everything would just fit neatly into place, and at some point they can arrive at a place where the world is going to provide them with fulfillment. And of course advertising knows that, and so advertising is built on that, to foster that belief that the world can do that. So once you know yourself as awareness, which is a joyous thing, there's a deep joy and satisfaction in knowing yourself as awareness, then you don't expect anymore that situations, conditions, or people should make you happy. And the paradox is, when you don't have the expectation that people, situation, or people should make you happy and satisfy you, they are actually quite satisfied.